Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In this video we're going on another dual sport ride. Right now I'm heading over to Pleasant Grove from Eagle Mountain to meet up with my brother-in-law Jayce. He's the one who rides the KLR 650. I just want to let you guys know that if you ride a dual sport, you will get the cool wave right there. You see that? Yeah, if you missed it, just back the clip up. That guy gave me the cool biker wave. So I just got to PG and I'm meeting up with Jayce. We actually clean our chains before we go on this ride. I'm not sure why, because our bikes got really dirty. So we get them all clean and decide to mess them up again. Right here, Jayce is showing me how to connect the Bluetooth for the Lexin Intercom system. So this trip, throughout the video, you're going to be hearing me talk to myself, but I'm actually talking to Jayce. The whole trip, we are communicating back and forth. There's no wind noise. It's super clear. You just press one button and it connects, and you're continuously connected, and you can press the button again to stop the conversation and go back to your music or answer a phone call. These things are a must-have if you go riding with a buddy. I think you can connect up to 4 devices on those. So I would like to ask at this time if you guys could like the video, subscribe if you want to follow along, and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. So right here in the video, we are going up American Fork Canyon. This is a beautiful canyon to go on rides up. You can either go up to Tibble Fork, the reservoir, but this time we are going to continue past Tibble Fork and go up to the Timpooneke road. It'll turn into a dirt road and go across the face of Mount Timpooneke. And then after that, we do the Alpine Loop through Sundance, and then come out Provo Canyon and head down Provo Canyon after that. So coming up on the left is where you would turn if you wanted to go up to Tibble Fork Reservoir, and we're going to continue on straight to go around the loop.
These comm systems are amazing.
This is such a beautiful scenic ride. If you have not done the Alpine Loop, I highly recommend it. You will see all kinds of beautiful scenery. You can see a little stream there on the left. You'll get the pine trees, you'll get big open valleys. Oh, it's just amazing. It can get pretty busy up there during the summertime, so you just have to be cautious. But you definitely have to make time to go do the Alpine Loop trail.
What's the range on these Bluetooth things? Oh, wow. So, I just want to explore up here too. Kind of if we want to come camp or something, if we find something up here. Timpooneke Road. With all your layers on and stuff. There was a trail back there. Oh, here they are. Oh. Let's just go straight, yeah. Alright, dude, we are now in the dirt. Wonder where this goes. Just cruising in second. Have you been hitting? Oh yeah, I should probably get a skid plate. Yeah, I mean, but you're trying to make it more of a adventure style, so it makes sense. Whereas I'm still gonna probably take this thing like on single track and stuff with some friends from work. I love motorcycles, dude. This would have taken so long to get up here with a car, and it just would have been a pain. Oh, our favorite stuff. How's the suspension on that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any difference, so I feel like mine's all right.
So right now we are on Timpooneke Road. This road, what I believe, loops around the face of Mount Timpooneke. We don't go really far down the road because it gets pretty bumpy, and Jayce is kind of getting the hang of his bike, so he kind of wanted to call it. You can see him killing it on his KLR 650. This is only the second or third trip he's done off-road. Just getting the hang of it. I feel pretty comfortable on my Honda CRF 250L at this point. So this was super easy for me. I wanted to keep going. I could have gone on this trail all day. Wasn't a big deal for me. One of these days we want to go all the way through, well I do anyway, and see how far we can get. But this is definitely a beautiful ride. Not too crazy, but once we get up here closer to where we turn around, it gets pretty bumpy. You'll see that coming up right here.
Oh, the Mavic Air, you said? How cool would some drone shots of us on this hillside be? Oh yeah. Oh, you'll be good. Yeah. It might be loose. Oh no, it doesn't look too loose. We should be good. You got this. You want to head back? Getting a little too bumpy.
Oh boy. All right everybody, so I'm here with my brother-in-law Jayce, and sorry if the wind noise is kind of crazy. Look where we're at. This is amazing. Truck.
Yeah. There's a truck coming. We might got to move our bikes.
All right, so a truck started coming down the trail, so we had to move our bikes out of the way. You can see Jayce here doing an Austin Powers 10-point turn to turn around. I don't know if it's that big bike or what. It's times like this where I like having a smaller bike. It can just zip right around. Each bike has their pros and cons. Like when I take my bike out with my buddies from work and they've got their KTMs and their Husqvarnas, like full-blooded dirt bikes, my bike is the worst and I get made fun of. It's definitely not a motocross bike, but compared to Jayce's bike, it's all kinds of light and nimble. So there is give and take with all bike options.
All right, so we had to move for that truck. Gosh, my hair is just absolutely insane. Helmet hair. All right, we came up the Timpooneke trail. I don't know, we came down around about a mile, I would say, and we got to this little area, and we're gonna turn around because it's getting pretty bumpy. But one of these days we're gonna come up and do the whole thing. I'm sure you got some great footage of the KLR coming up. My bike's doing awesome. Loving it. We cleaned the chains and everything before we came. We'll have to do it again at some point. But yeah, we're gonna head back down. We just came all the way up to the Timpooneke trail and then just kept going straight. And one of these days I'd like to go all the way and kind of see where this goes. So yeah, we're gonna head back down. You got it, buddy. Nice and easy.
So the GoPro never does it any justice. That hill in front of us is pretty steep and there's pretty big rocks everywhere. So Jayce was just a little worried about getting back up. But he handled it like a champ. It was no big deal. But yeah, on the GoPro everything looks flat and doesn't look difficult at all. But it does get pretty technical just right on this little hill.
Easy. Not bad, dude. Brethren of the off-road community. Heck yeah, let's hit it. Oh my gosh, it looked like it.
So on our way up, I think we saw one vehicle, but on our way down, there started to be more traffic. So anytime you're out here on these trails, you gotta be cautious, because around any corner, you'll have a side-by-side four-wheeler truck, and someone has to pull over most of the time. So that is one thing on these trails to be aware of. And just like that, we are back on the pavement. So the plan is now to head around the Alpine Loop, make our way towards Sundance, and then come out in Provo Canyon. You can see that the traffic starts to get worse as we go down the loop. It'll be completely clear, and then all of a sudden a car will show up. I can't stress it enough to just be careful, because you can get carried away. As you'll see, we start to pick up some speed, and then things start to get real tight. The corners and all that, So just be cautious of that, and we are going to test out the comm system here coming up.
Just like that, I'm up to 50 miles an hour. Down. Well, let's just test it out. I'll speed it. Once you can't hear me anymore, I mean, I'll speed up to you. I mean, and you'll slow down. I'll just kind of putt along. Test out the equipment.
So we tested out the Lexin Motocoms, and they're rated for, I don't know, a really long distance, but as Jayce went around a few bends, it started to cut out, so I wouldn't count on these things being too reliable when there's lots of mountains in the way. I would just say they're line of sight type thing. Maybe if you were on the open freeway, they'd be a little bit better. But we gave them the good old test, and they definitely failed. But if you're keeping up with each other, they work amazing. Like, they are crystal clear. So much fun to communicate with each other while you're riding, but don't count on them saving your butt if you're gonna go far away from each other through like the mountains or anything like that. So that is our test of the Lexin Motocom.
Get down. Or we can have boys' nights off the grid, you know what I mean? Oh man. It's gotta be. Or a landslide. Are we almost to Sundance? Lots of people.
Alright guys, and that's a wrap for this video. Unfortunately, the GoPro died as we were going through Sundance. It would have been cool to get footage coming down Provo Canyon because it was super sketchy, and the CRF 250L handled it, but it was not comfortable and it was pretty intense. So maybe we'll have to go up there again to get some GoPro footage of it so you guys can see that. I just clicked it back on just to get this McLaren on video. Thanks for being here, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next one.
The maintenance on that thing, it's like to get your lug nut tightened, it's like $30,000. helmet hair